welcome to today's Facebook Live. All right, I'm looking a little bit kind of like I'm chilled out a bit here. We've had a remarkably tough morning. Technology, lots of problems happening, but I'm here anyway. So let me get my microphone because that is going to be a definite problem. So anyway, so here we are. And this is how live Facebook works. Sometimes you got shit that happens and sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Okay. So here we go. And you can see I'm like a total disaster today. All right. So we're going to talk a little bit about one of the most important topics right now. And that's really about getting your business going again. Okay. And now we had, like I said, we had some major technology issues this morning. So it's been what I would call a day. So here's a few things that I'm going to say. At this point of the year, if you are not killing it, you're going to see my little pooches here as well in a second. I think I just sat on one, so he's probably no longer alive. But anyway, I'll get seated here before I start talking. So you're going to see that a lot of people are having some challenges in today's marketplace. And that's not a bad thing, and it's not a good thing. You know, if you've had the first quarter and it hasn't been substantial by any accounts, you have to do something different. There's no question about it. Now's the time to do it. What I'm going to suggest is you guys, I'm going to rapid fire a few things at you guys, okay? And again, you know what? I appreciate, I love seeing a lot of you watch this afterwards, and I love seeing that you guys are trying. Just understand, this is a different market. It's not a bad market. It's just a different market. Those of us who have been in the business a long time, sadly I have. But anyway, those of us who have been in the business a long time, one of the things that we know is we're used to this market. This is what we call old school market, meaning like we got to hustle, baby. All right. So here's a couple things. First thing you want to do is you want to treat this like an emergency room. And what I mean by an emergency room is if you're looking to restart your business, don't worry about the first quarter. If your first quarter sucked, that's okay. Doesn't matter to me. Okay. We can get it on the second quarter and the third quarter. I'm not worried about it. So, but what I would say is look at some measurables. The average agent first quarter is going to have the following statistics. Okay. And again, by the way, if you're watching this, you know what I don't want to see is don't take everything I say and then repeat it and say that you came up with it. Okay. Come on. You know better than that. Anyway, so here's the thing. Give credit where credit is due. That's what I'm saying. So here's the thing. The first quarter, what you're seeing as results that you want to measure upon is the average agent right now will have between 70 and 110,000 GCI in pending and in closed. That's not carryover. Okay. Those are the average agent. That doesn't count if you're a full-time overachiever, and that doesn't count if you're a part-time agent. Okay. That's the average agent has that right now. If you don't have between 70 and 110,000, then I'm going to say you're trending a little bit behind. Okay. So that's a big reality shock. The second thing is you should be at about 22 appointments year to date. If you're not at 22 appointments, or you don't even have a clue how many appointments you are, that's qualified appointments, then you need to really look at that. That is again what the average agents have. And then the third criteria is about 44 leads. You want to be looking at about 44 leads per year to date, with about 12 to 13 being very solid, good, hot leads. The rest can be more inquiries or nurtures. Okay. So that's kind of the barometer that you're looking at in those three areas. All right. So when you're planning your second quarter, you want to really look at that and start planning effectively. That's the first thing. Second thing is treat yourself like you're in the emergency room. Okay. And when I say treat yourself like you're in an emergency room, I want you to look at this quarter and say, if I'm in the emergency room and there's 20 people in the emergency room and the doctor comes out and he says, I can only take 3 of you. But it's based on the following. The 3 of you have to get your business back on track this quarter. Okay. What else is more important? Nothing. Because he says, guess what? 17 of you are going to pass away in the emergency room waiting for help. But the rest of you, if you can do the work, you're going to be okay. So do the work. Treat it like this quarter should not be sitting on your laurels. Okay. That shouldn't be it. Get off the boat, get into stable water, and push, go, let's go. It's time. Okay. Treat it like the emergency room. That means that the first thing you're going to do out of my list is take everything else off your plate. Okay. If you want to crush the shit out of this quarter, clear off your schedule, stop attending training sessions, except mine. That makes sense, right? But honestly, stop attending ridiculous shit. Okay. These things where you're like, I'm going to go sit in a course all day long and learn how to be a better realtor. It's done. You know what to do. Okay, taking brief moments like this where we're doing a 10-minute video, that's what you need. Charge yourself up. Do not spend your time going to conferences or day sessions or shit like that, okay? This is serious. It's the second quarter. If you're not happy with the first quarter and you're watching this because you want to improve your second quarter, then do not waste time. Okay. I love, there's a course that comes out. I personally love it. I'm not going to say the name of it. Those of you might know what it is though. I do love it, but it's not the time to sit in a classroom 8 to 9 hours a week. Okay. If you have 8 to 9 hours a week and you're behind on your goals, shouldn't you be lead generating and busting your ass off? I don't understand why you'd be sitting in a freaking classroom for 8 weeks, 8 to 10 hours, not able to use your phone, listening to something that's in a printed manual that's going to tell you that at some point you're going to have to get off your ass and do the work. Okay, it doesn't make any sense to me. It's not the time to take a course like that. Not in a spring market, not this year, not in the second quarter. I'm sorry, I'm a very big believer in saying if you've got an extra 10 hours a week and your business is behind, then spend that 10 hours a week finding the business. Don't sit in a classroom. Stop taking one-day training sessions. Stop going to conferences that are not serving any purpose right now. Load that shit up when you're ahead of your goals. Okay, so that you're building on your skills and your ability. Okay, the reason you are where you are is because you didn't do the work to get to where you need to get to. There's nothing wrong with that. We can fix anything. But what is wrong with that is the fact that if you're going to sit and waste time this second quarter, you won't be able to catch up. Okay. And I'm telling you that, not this year, not with the way, how hard it is right now to find clients and get back into it. Okay. So clear everything else off your plate, not just those day session things, but stop trying to learn something that you don't need to learn. Okay. If follow-up boss, for example, is something new that you're learning, you don't need to learn it this quarter. Okay, let your paperwork go to shit. Have an Excel sheet like the rest of us did and just figure it out, and you can figure that shit out later. Okay, if you're jonesing and saying, I think I need to go somewhere nice on holidays or something like that, this ain't the quarter if you're behind. If you're way ahead of your goals and you've got more business than you can possibly imagine, do it. But right now, understand what I'm saying. Get laser focused is step number one. That is the most critical thing. Second thing, protect your fortress. Okay, what I mean by protect your fortress is go around everything that you're building, okay? And look, your family, your friends, everybody, past clients, you name it, your neighbors, those are your fortress. That means they're within your circle. If you're not protecting your fortress, guess what? There's 1,000 agents that are going to come and try to get that fortress away from you. So what do you want to do? Do you want to give up the business? Because if you're not protecting your fortress, somebody else is coming into it. Okay. So everything that you have at your fingertips, the people that can help support your business, family, friends, past clients, neighbors, sphere of influence, business owners, everybody, all hands on deck. If you're not asking them for business, then get out of your comfort zone because you're not protecting your fortress. That's what's within you. That's the easiest shit that you can find. But other agents, if you're too scared to ask, they're coming for it because there's a lot of agents who haven't sold many houses this year and they're going to do whatever it takes over the next 90 days. So protect your fortress or you'll probably sit back and kick yourself in the booty. Okay. Next tip, 3 lead generation sources max. Become amazing at 3 lead generation sources maximum. Do not add 17 different ones. This isn't the time to start learning about online lead generation because that takes months. It's not the time that if you've never door knocked before, I don't know if I would door knock. I would say get really focused in on 3 key areas and become unreal at 3 areas. One of them, the primary one, should be belly to belly. You got to get in front of people. So get really good at 3 areas and stick with that. Next tip, open houses, 2 a week. Do them. Don't tell me you can't find them. Do them. Do them, do them, do them. And if you can't find them, honestly, then you're with the wrong brokerage. Get out of your brokerage because you know what? If you have so few listings with your brokerage that there's no open houses for you to do, your brokerage is either too small or lack of production. Simple as that. Okay. I would go to a brokerage that has a plethora of open houses. I would find the brokerage with the most listings humanly possible. And then, sorry, I'm trying to adjust the mic. Most brokerages humanly possible. And I would go after those big time, huge. Okay. Simple as that. There is no, I'm not bragging. I don't even mention what brokerage I'm with, but I'll tell you right now, my brokerage has a ton of open houses. There's no issue with open houses. So I would leave a brokerage based on that. Simple as that. Okay, it's a brokerage's responsibility to hustle up and give us the support we need when we need it. Okay, so open houses is a big one. Do 2 a weekend
And I don't care if it's beautiful outside or you want to hang out or it's, your kid's birthday. If you want to change the second quarter, it's 2 hours. 2 hours on a Saturday, 2 hours on a Sunday. Simple as that. Get ready for it, because if you're not getting 16 to 30 people through your open houses, you're not doing them enough. You're not learning how to do them enough. And we can teach you that stuff. So please get the open houses. It's people walking in. And if you want to really up your game, do them on a Thursday night too, and add let's say 5 to 6:30 open house or a 6 to 7:30 p.m. open house. It's still light out. Okay, so twilight open houses have already started and we're rocking them. Most of our clients right now are averaging 16 to 30 people. If they're following our systems, 16 to 30 people through the open houses. That is huge. That's 200,000 GCI every weekend. Pop it in. Okay, so that's what we're doing. Next one, drop the ego and search for the biz. If you're afraid to ask for the business at this point and you want to catch up on your goals, get over it. Okay, I'm going to just Cole's Notes version it and tell you the reason why people aren't giving you business, because you're not asking for it. Okay. If you ask for it, people are naturally inclined to help you. If you're not asking for it, your ego's getting in the way. They think you don't want the business. I am proof of that. Okay. I lost 150 pounds. And the reality is I had 3 personal trainers who were friends of mine on social media, and I didn't use any of them. Why? Because none of them asked for my business. They all saw that I was overweight and needed help, but nobody asked for my business. So I went and I sought it out somewhere else. If you don't ask, we don't know that you want it. Okay. Number 6, body to body. If all you're doing is hiding behind a computer doing cold calling or internet leads, understand your business is going to have a sufferfest, okay? You want to get belly to belly. If you do not have a belly to belly component of your business, meaning you're not attending events, talking to people face to face, you're in deep doo-doo. Get belly to belly. This is a relationship building business. If you don't want to build relationships, don't be in the business. It's that simple. Okay. And I'm not going to lie about that one. Gone are the days where you can hide behind a computer and huddle out some internet leads and get excited about them. Number 7, accountability at 100%. Get an accountability partner that actually is tough as nails. Okay. I'm one of the toughest coaches in the industry. And the reason why I'm tough is because I don't put up with shit. Okay. I know when somebody's lead generating. I know when somebody isn't lead generating. Yes, it's exhausting, but get accountable. Find somebody who is not going to let you get off the hook. And the truth is as well, guys, invest in coaching. Like seriously, if you're not going to write a check for it, you know what? At the end of the day, if you're not getting accountability and you're not being pushed to another level, money is one of the best ways to be held accountable. Okay. I had a coach. I've never not had a coach. Even prior to being licensed, I had a coach. So if you have an accountability partner, no problem. But if that accountability partner doesn't push you to the next level, there's no point. Don't pay for it and find a better one. Okay. Number 8, focus on appointments, not on hours. Too many of you are saying, I did 2 hours. I did 3 hours. I don't give a shit about hours. Okay. This is about restarting your business. Everything is about appointments. If you want to see it go, you got to do 3, right, Steven? I'm the only one who's going to say it, right? I'll have a bunch of people giving me the bird behind the scenes, but at least I'm telling the truth. And so the next one is focus on appointments, not hours. Those of you who are texting or saying, I did 2-3 hours on the weekend. Holy shit. If you did 2 to 3 hours on the weekend, let me tell you something. You are not in tune with what's happening in this market. Okay. I don't care. Everybody has different skill levels. I can do 2 to 3 hours because I've been in the business 23 years and I have 19,000 hours of billable coaching. I'm used to doing 80 houses a year at the beginning of my career. I'm fine with it. I understand my skill level is substantially higher than others. If your skill level is weak, you will need to work more. So that's why we don't ever use hours. I don't care because agent A, B, and C are all different. So if I take 2 hours, that's not going to be the same for somebody brand new. It's going to take them 20. All right. So the name of the game is focus on appointments, no more hours. Okay. No more hours. That means I want 2 to 3 qualified appointments every single freaking week. If you don't know what a qualified appointment is, that is somebody who is buying, selling, or investing in 90 days or less. Not a lead, not an inquiry. I want 2 to 3 qualified appointments a week. You do that for 30 days straight, you will have business. Guaranteed. But that might mean you're going to work 30 to 40 hours lead generating. Oh, Nelly, you will not die. I promise you. Okay. Unless you are physically unfit to be doing that. Okay. In which case you should have a medical professional vet you for it. That's my disclaimer. But I am sure I have been coaching a long time. I don't know anybody who told me that they could not lead generate anymore. Okay. Focus on priorities. If you're not hitting 2 to 3 appointments a week, you are not doing enough right now to get back on track. And the final thing is this: script like you've never scripted before. Scripting is one of the most overlooked elements of a business. Get in there. Our clients have access to hundreds of scripts. It blows my mind away that sometimes they don't even use them. And I'm like, guys, they're brilliant. Use scripting. It's the highest, most valuable thing that will speed up your business. If you don't script, you are missing. You are going to test, and learn. We've been down the path before. You don't need to worry about it. We've done it for you. Okay. So you don't have to worry about scripting. We know it. Okay. So follow great scripts. If they don't work and you've done a week of it and they don't work, change it. But don't change it every day. Get really good at it. Listen to it. Figure it out. But scripting is one of the most key elements that will save you time and you will get better at it. Okay? Those are my top 10 tips. So let's do it. Get off your butts. Let's go. Crush the shit out of the next 90 days. Set your targets high and let's make it happen. All right, guys? You can do it.